This is Dr. Kathleen Hallinan, and we are continuing our weight loss vlog. So today I'm going to go over Plenity. Plenity is a relatively new device. It is considered a medical device, but you do take it as 3 capsules. So it's a hydrogel. I'm going to go over with you the benefits, which are marginal, the who can take it, who can't take it, and I'm going to go over with you why I think their marketing is a little disingenuous. So really pay attention, because you really need to have a full understanding if you're kind of looking into taking this, okay? The other thing, so we'll go over all of that. Before I do that, I just want to share with you this. So I've been seeing a lot of this messaging here, and it's World Obesity Day was earlier this month, and this is their messaging, and it goes over all of the things that make it, a challenge, right? And this is all true, but you have to deal with a lot of obstacles, right? You have to deal with, is your sleep okay? Are you on medicines that are working against you? Food marketing all over the place. The food marketing is crazy. Drug marketing, like everybody wants to sell you a medication. Case in point. So all of these things, and they are challenges, right? But look, these are things that have to be addressed, and you want to have good discussions, if you can, with your physician or provider about them. Unfortunately, a lot of physicians and providers don't take these into account, so that's one problem. So they are not treating with medication early. They're not going over, do you have sleep apnea? They're not maybe looking at, are there medications you're on that are working against you? So you need to have somebody who's going to educate you or teach you about how to read labels, how to count calories. These are all really important things. So, but the messaging that's missing here is that you have control. You are the person, you're empowered. I want you to feel empowered that you can make the right decisions every day. Don't fall prey to this, like, well, you're just stuck because it's your genetics or whatever. It's not. You have the power to make decisions on a day-to-day basis that will allow your weight to come down, and that will allow you to maintain it. Is it easy? No, because if it were easy, everybody would be doing it. And are there a lot of social and marketing pressures all around you? Absolutely. But please, if you take one thing away from this, take away that you have the power to make healthy decisions every day. Again, they're not easy, and we all struggle with them. Would we love to eat the whatever? Yes, because they make us feel good and feel happy, but can you choose the something that is lower calories, not as gratifying, but that's healthier for you? Yes. And so those are the decisions that we make on a daily basis, so that we can stay off of medication, not have joint problems, not have blood flow problems, not have diabetes. So so don't get pulled into that, and keep that in mind. And when you look at a lot of these things, often you'll find that the people that are making money behind the scenes they have a horse in the game. They're trying to sell something. So pay attention to who's trying to sell you something, okay? And then I think you'll see that really you can make these decisions yourself, and not fall prey to this stuff. So let's go over Plenity. And I think that their marketing is a little bit disingenuous on this, and I'll show you why. Plenity is the brand name for Gelesis 100. It is a hydrogel. It is considered a medical device. You still take it by mouth. It's 3 capsules. You have to take it with 500 cc's of water. How much is 500 cc's? Half a liter. Half a liter of water before lunch and dinner. So 3 capsules with half a liter of water before lunch and dinner, and it absorbs the water, and it turns into this gel, which is about the consistency of cooked carrots or cooked vegetables, so mushy-ish, but taking up space. And it stays that way in your stomach, and then it stays that way as it passes through the small bowel, small intestine, and it doesn't release the water until it gets to your large bowel or large intestine. At that point, it lets go of the water is absorbed by your large bowel, and then you pass out the hydrogel through your stool. So it's a very interesting mechanism. The inclusion criteria were people with a BMI over 27. So in just the overweight range, not obese range, were also included in this study because obese is over 30, and under 40, which is morbidly obese. The exclusion criteria, though, is important. You need to know this. If you've had weight loss surgery, bariatric surgery, you should not try this. You should not use this. Likewise, anybody who's ever had Crohn's or bowel stricture or ulcerative colitis or bad reflux, any of these things, really those are people who should not try this. And as with anything, you want to talk through all of this with your own medical provider. So the benefit is, marginal. Well, it sounds like it ought to be a magic bullet. It's really kind of on the edge, and you'll see. So this is people who completed their study. It was a 24-week study trial, and the people who had normal blood sugar to begin with, people who lost more than 5% of their body weight, more of those were on the Plenity than the placebo. But when you get out here to really this is where you want to be, right? You want to have lost more than 10% of your body weight. The equal outcomes, essentially, between who was taking Plenity and who was taking placebo. So that's not really impressive, is it? The people who seem to have more benefit were people who had either prediabetes or type 2 diabetes and weren't really on medication yet. And those people out here at the lost more than 10% of their body weight, most of those people were on the Plenity group, not too many people in the placebo group. And the way you can tell if it meets statistical significance, meaning if it's because of your intervention and not just from chance, is that you look over here, and if this horizontal line does not cross the up and down dotted line, then what the effect you're seeing is more likely to be from your intervention and not from chance. So in people who had sugars that were elevated, they did better if they were on the Plenity. Okay. But that being said, it's important to notice that people who had normal sugars really, not much benefit. And I want to draw your attention to, if you've seen the ads for Plenity, it's really disingenuous because they make it seem like you can eat whatever you want and just take their capsules and you'll lose weight. But that's not the case, because in this study, they put everyone on a diet that was 300 calories below what they needed to maintain their weight. So they calculated the weight needed to maintain, and then they were put on a diet 300 calories below that, and they had to do regular exercise. So back to the basics. You can do this. You can also kind of replicate this. How? By taking in some non-absorbable fiber, something like Citracel, Benefiber, Metamucil, with half a liter of water before your 2 larger meals. And what will that do? It will make you feel full, and you will eat less. And so you can kind of replicate what they're doing with this study on your own with either nutritional sources of fiber that's not absorbed and with half a liter of water before 2 your larger meals, and see if that's helpful to you. So the commercials make it sound like it's just you take this and then you can eat whatever you want, and that's not the case. So don't be dragged in or kind of taken by what they're doing with the marketing here. Unfortunately, a lot of the people who are the leaders and the lead investigators in the study, they have stock options in Gelesis. It's right there on the front page of their trial, and I think this gives people, the lead investigators, I don't think should have that type of financial horse in the game if they're doing a study like this. But that's the facts on Plenity. I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope you guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. Keep up making those simple decisions each day. If you need help calculating the calories, go to MyFitnessPal app and use that. It'll help you calculate your calorie intake. Again, that is the most important number of your day if you're working with this. And keep making those little decisions each day that are going to make you succeed. Okay, so good. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. Thanks.